So did you know it was a mouse that saved Christmas this year? According to retailers, online sales are what's keeping them in the black, not the sales from brick and mortar stores. Online sales surged more than 20% compared to the same day last year, to the tune of $1.74 billion. In fact, Cyber Monday sales blew Black Friday sales away with 31.5% more revenue, making this year's Cyber Monday the biggest online shopping day of the year since 2010. So is this a glimpse of how shopping is going to be from now on? No one trampling each other in lines in order to get Black Friday deals. It's all about clicking a mouse now and just sitting at home and relaxing. Joining us live in the newsroom is Fox 26 legal analyst Chris Tritico, Fox 26 news analyst Mustafa Tamiz, and public policy analyst Jackie Bally. Mustafa and Chris, I know you guys are just itching to talk shopping with us.
It's one of our favorite topics. We sit in here and talk about shoes and ties all the time.
All the time, right?
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Do businesses need to focus more on their online sales rather than in-store sales, or what's the deal?
Well, I don't think businesses have any choice at this point. Amazon is now becoming the world's largest retailer, and online shopping is becoming more of an everyday thing. I never thought that I would be living in a time when we actually were the Jetsons. We have FaceTime where you can talk to people by looking at them. Moving sidewalks, and now we shop online, and drones are going to drop packages out of the sky into our backyard. We are the Jetsons. I didn't think it would ever happen. I'm not a shopper anyway. I generally, when I go to the store, I know what I want. I walk in, I buy it, and I leave. I think as most men are. But the online retailing is changing the face of retailing, and stores are going to have to pay more attention to it. And what we're going to see, I think what we're going to see in the coming years is retailers closing stores because they can't afford the overhead, Jackie Bally. And as more people can begin to shop from their living room, drinking coffee in their underwear, they're going.
That's a picture I don't want to.
Especially, yeah. I was trying to draw that to Mustafa.
But please don't.
But how do we afford to pay for these stores? How does a retailer afford all of the help, all the people, all the inventory to keep a store open if more and more people are just going to do it from home?
Especially if they retailers usually try to make 40% of what they want to earn for the entire year during the months of November and December, during our Christmas holiday shopping. So in order to be competitive with Amazon's and other online sites, they're going to have to have the same kind of sales. Best Buy is having this promotion that's saying if you find something online, we will give you the same price for our product in the store. So they're going to have to do many promotional.
I wish I'd have known that yesterday.
Yeah, I know. But they will have to continue to do that to compete with a lot of the online stores.
And Mustafa, I don't know how retailers can keep these big giant stores open. Macy's has 5 or 6 stores in the greater Houston area. If their online sales is going to top more than the in-store sales, how can they afford them?
Well, part of the shopping experience is going shopping and browsing, and I think that will never change. We saw in certain sectors it change. For example, when you rent movies, it used to be that you walked into a Blockbuster, you walked around the store to get your video cassette, and you no longer have to do that. You have Netflix, you have all these other giants that are doing that, but shopping will always have a retail component. Is that going to switch over time? Are certain things like electronics and things that are just like commodity oriented going to be more online, and apparel and things that you have to wear will always be brick and mortar? So some of that stuff is going to evolve as we go on. But I don't think you're seeing the ends of the Macy's.
The Best Buy is what they're doing is combating this problem of people going in shopping and then going home and buying it online cheaper. And that's one of the problems that retailers are having to confront. Let me go to Domily. She's monitoring our social media accounts, and it's fitting that we're monitoring social media when we're talking about shopping online.
Exactly. I usually do a little online shopping during the segment, but and now it's appropriate for today.
We're glad you could join us.
Yeah, we're glad you're paying attention attention to what we're saying.
I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. But you know, I do a lot of online shopping, and apparently so do my Facebook friends. Gail Cooksey says she prefers online shopping to in-store, especially if it's free shipping. She doesn't like the crowds and long lines, and that's exactly why I do it. Lisa Pullen Hamilton says, "Oh, I love online shopping." She says Amazon rocks. I think so too, Lisa. And she says you don't have to deal with rude clerks or cashiers. So do you think a lot of people are turning away from in-store shopping because of rudeness or, you know, too many crowds?
Well, crowds. I don't find the professionals who work in stores very often to be rude. I don't think it's any different than any other profession. I think it's probably hard at Christmas time when you've got people knocking each other down and tasing each other in front of you to keep that smile on your face.
I think it's funny, you as a lawyer saying, I don't think they're rude as a profession.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, trust me, I know. It's not that. I think it's the crowds and the fact that it's so much easier to stay at home and do it.
It's a convenience. I mean, you know, like you said, we're in our jammies, we can go online, we can do whatever. But there are certain items, Mustafa hinted at, there are certain items that we don't want to do that, like perfume. I want to go in the store, I want to see what the scents are. There are certain
shoes.
times.
Somebody posted on my Facebook page, how can I buy shoes online?
Buying shoes is easy. Tell them to call me. I can tell them.
Jackie has 4,000 pair of shoes. She studied at the Imelda Marcos School of Shoe Buying.
You know, or even returning items. I mean, certain items that we want to buy, it's harder whenever you buy them online to return the items. So there are certain times we're going to want to actually go in the store.
Real quick.
I think what's going to change is the biggest thing about online shopping is you can see the reviews of products, and that makes it easier to make a decision.
That's
You're going to see that kind of technology coming into retailers.
In a story I did last week, a online retailer sued somebody for putting a bad statement about them on the internet, and something you got to pay attention to if you're going to complain about somebody, pay attention to what you agreed to before you do it, because you may have agreed not to say anything negative.
Interesting stuff. Thanks so much, you guys.
All right, we'll be back in the next hour.
All right, we'll see you then.